We're in Avebury now. It's a place with random giant boulders all over the bloody place. This big one on the left here, look. They're doing that. Why is he putting it that close to the road? That's absurd. Why would you put a giant rock next to the road like that? Eh? There's that giant rock in the other direction. Absurd. Why didn't you put it in the middle of the field or something? I must have well, build a road there. Why put a giant rock one next to it? There's giant rocks everywhere around there. Makes you wonder who actually plonked these rocks about, doesn't it? Come on there. Rocks over there. The rocks on the left there. Straight road going on. Random rocks everywhere. I'm back near Salisbury Hill. I'll tell you about that in a little while. Avebury, which is the general area I am. It's a Neolithic henge. Now, a henge is a bank and a ditch forming a circle with things in it, basically. That's what the word henge means. There's 3 stone circles around the village of Avebury. It's one of the best known prehistoric sites in Britain and contains the largest megalithic stone circle in the world. Blimey. It was obviously constructed just a few years ago, over several hundred years. It was actually constructed over a period of several hundred years in the 3rd millennium BC. Good heavens. It's a fascinating place with what appears to be random stones about, but reading into it, a village appeared years later. They didn't really understand what all the stones meant. So, put the village, make a nice village with a church in it. They actually moved some of the stones, or took stones down, and it come up for building. What a lot of hooligans do that. So, that is why it appears to be random large stones all over the place. Salisbury Hill is a prehistoric artificial chalk mound near Avebury. At 129 feet high, at the time it was the tallest prehistoric man-made mound in Europe. Blimey. One of the largest in the world. It also says it's composed mainly of chalk and clay excavated from the surrounding areas. I reckon it took about 100 years to build. Archaeologists calculate it took equivalent to 500 men working for 15 years to deposit and shape the hill. Good heavens. That's a strange thing to do. Get 500 men to, well, okay, current 500 men. It's good to build that over 15 years. Obviously, it took about 100 years out to build. So it was obviously built in stages. So I suppose a bit of chalk and clay. You want it to settle first, wouldn't you? So you build up a bit and leave it to set, let it dry out. Then go put the next bit and the next bit. The bit at the top is flat now, but originally it would have been around top. And they think, it's not definite, there may have been a defensive building put on the top to defend against who, I'm not sure. The Romans came along many years later and tried to upset everybody, didn't they? So it was defending. But why would you want to defend the hill like that? Nothing up there to the enemy would want, is there? Oh gosh, let's go and try and take over that hill. You get up there, yeah, what do we do now? To know they've all ran off. Obviously, so it's pointless trying to keep the hill. And 10 years' time, somebody else comes and does it. And the people just run off, so they can't see any point in being there. Oh, let them take it. Look after it for a few years instead of a... Anyway, that's Silbury Hill. Well, this is the town of Marlborough. If you remember Top Gear, did 3 exotic cars they had bought, probably Italian things, all broke down. They did a reverse into a slot between cars. That happened on the left and on the side here. This is the place it happened. And then when May came to park his, reverse his car into position, they moved the cars closer so he couldn't get in. Ended up bashing all the other cars. It's obviously a put on, but because they've got no power steering on these old things, they all got a bit of a sweat trying to do it. This is where it's filmed, Marlborough. So it's a busy little place. Got a fresh deli produce there. I don't know whether to bloody stop here. It's hopeless. Go out, knock him out of the way. Pedestrians, traffic everywhere. Lunatics, all of them, absolute lunatics. Well, that's it for now.